was a bit weird. So far, so good. But then this was just sitting there waiting for me on the step. I thought, maybe the milkman's leaving notes for me. I'm watching you, so eat more yogurt. Don't think so. Wrap it up, keep it clean. Could be kids, practical jokes. But if it's a practical joke, why isn't it funny? Good practical jokes. Find a friend with a bike, let down the tires. Or find somebody in the telephone directory called Smelly. Phone him up. Are you smelly? Yes. Well, why don't you do something about it? But this, it's not funny. You'll get what the cat got, and it won't be milk. It doesn't mean anything. It could mean anything. Anything, depending on how it's said. You'll get what the cat got, and it won't be milk. You'll get what the cat got, and it won't be milk. What will I get? A stroke? Or a stroke? I remember I was kicked 14 times in the playground at school. Then I worked it out. Of course, the old note pinned to the back routine kicked me. So, I took my jacket off. No note. That's a good practical joke. That therapist is out to get me. Dr. Josephs. He's traced me. Hey, Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? I used to see this therapist for Gestalt regression treatment. Worrying, I know, but I'd made a commitment. After each session, his cat would be waiting outside the door, giving the impression that it wasn't waiting. But when I left, it would run straight in the room and suck up all the vibes. The therapist called it his emotional vacuum cleaner. That cat was an emotional junkie. The more screwed up you were, the bigger the hit, the heavier the session, the more it liked it. That cat must have loved me. I was leaving behind pure, uncut fear. He persuaded me to do one of his weekend groups. The therapist, not the cat, although I think they were the cat's idea. Some heavy-duty stuff in those weekend groups, sharing our emotional state one by one. This Welsh bloke, a big social worker, he said, "I know this sounds totally unreasonable, but I feel like ripping everybody's livers out." Well, that perked the cat up. Can you imagine all those emotions and fresh raw liver thrown in? I laughed. I thought it was funny. Someone else laughed. Soon the whole room was laughing, except for the therapist and his cat. I don't think they like laughter. Cats don't laugh. They think, perhaps even hum, but they don't laugh. Except for the Cheshire cat. We're all mad here. You're mad, I'm mad. How do you know I'm mad, said Alice. Well, you must be, or else you wouldn't have come here. You check in, but you don't check out. Say you bought a cat because your house is full of cockroaches. The cat eats and kills the cockroaches. You've got no more cockroaches left, but you've got a cat addicted to cockroaches. What do? Starve the cat or buy cockroaches? Either way, you've got a cockroach junkie on your hands, and there's a killer in the house. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I'll be logical. Cat. Small, furry, domesticated carnivorous quadruped, a spiteful woman, may look at a king, Stephen King, practical jokes, Billy Bean, the butcher's son. We met one day on the street. Billy said, "How would you like to try some Egyptian sweets?" I said, "Okay." He handed me a bag. I put my hand in the bag. It was full of eyeballs, sheep's eyeballs. You can smell fear. I'm frightened of smelling. Well, you'd feel the same if you had my name, Mr. Smedley. I was in a club. Someone put a vial under my nose, said, "Smell this." I did. My head exploded. Sweat burst out of every pore. Someone passed by and said, "What's that smell?" Automatically, I replied, "Me." Of course, that club, the mirror and the woman, the cat club. What's her name? Jill, Jane, Jill. I keep forgetting things. There I was, propped up in the corner of the bar, just looking at the mirror. Suddenly this face appears, looking at me in the mirror. Don't look round. I'll talk to you if you don't look round. That's the rule. She asked me if I had a pet. I told her I didn't. But just say you did. Would you have it castrated? I told her I'd have to think about it. When she wanted to go, she'd say, "Okay, close your eyes, count to 10. When I opened my eyes, she'd vanished. One day in the street, there was a tap on my shoulder. "Don't look round." I knew it was her. She handed me a little compact mirror. "Meet me at the club tonight." There I was, back in the club. I looked up into the small diamond mirror. She said, "There's this bloke, been financing my singing lessons. He wants me to have the operation." I turned round. I'd broken the rule. No turning round. She went very pale and smiled. It was then that I noticed the leg brace. Cat club, club foot. I shouldn't have walked away. I keep forgetting things. Like Billy Bean. When I was 7 and Billy was 8, we had a bet on. I said that a dropped cat always lands on its feet. Billy bet me that it didn't. So he took the cat to the top of a building, dropped the cat, broke its back. In ancient Egypt, the cat is considered sacred. Wrap it up, keep it clean, keep the cockroaches away. I keep forgetting things. I have to leave myself notes. Like, be a nice person.